Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tony Sports Games. This is episode 16 of the Road to Glory, our Dynasty playthrough series on this game, Draft Day Sports College Football 2026. We are here at our team dashboard with the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns, almost completely finished with our second season of this playthrough, although we've been calling it Season 1, and it is Bowl Week. So we are playing this game today. We are playing in the 68 Ventures Bowl against the MAC champion Miami of Ohio, was the Redhawks, I think. And so it's going to take a while to play through the game, so we need to get into it here as quickly as possible. We're just going to review a few changes that I've made going into this game and a couple things strategy-wise I'm going to try to keep in mind, and we'll get this thing rolling. So let's see if we can end the season on a high note with a bowl victory and get to 8 wins on the year too, which would be fantastic. So let's get ready to go play a bowl game. Here we go. Okay, so here we are in the matchup screen. Louisiana Ragin Cajuns against the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. Now, both teams are pretty banged up, but especially us. Now, of course, we hope a lot of these probable guys play, especially, Herman Paul, Florencio Baldwin, and definitely Philip Cervantes. And I guess Hector Bear too, because he plays quite a bit. But we have a lot of injuries. The guys we know definitely won't play are our starting running back Eugene Levy, or one of our two main running backs, and James Mathis, who was one of our guards on run plays. So I don't think that's a huge loss. And then this could be a significant loss as well. Leland Weiss is doubtful, one of our linebackers who's played the most this year, and I think we had maybe moved toward some other guys. Yeah, we have Brooks and then Armstead. So Weiss has kind of fallen out of favor here late in the season. So that's perhaps not a huge loss. Of course, we hope Herman Paul can play. We hope Eric Carrico can play. We hope that Florencio Baldwin can play as well. But, we'll see. A couple things I noticed about Miami of Ohio as I was looking at their game plan. It looks like short passing is going to be the way to go to focus against them. And they definitely do have a dominant target. So it made it a little easier to choose who to target in the strategy. Lynn Kuntz is by far their leading receiver. The next closest receiver, he has 170, as you can see. So this guy has 170 targets on the year, 111 catches, basically double the next closest receiver. So I went ahead and did a little advanced scouting. I just watched a little bit of their last game. He's number 85. He is the X-receiver. So to also help us counter this, see the two defensive playbooks we have mostly are early downs balance mixed and passing downs defense. So I went ahead and just added a couple, like an X bracket play here, and then passing downs defense, X bracket. So added a couple plays to try and pay a little bit more attention to this player. So that's what we're doing defensively. Now, offensively, Miami is better as a defense, at least per game. They're better against the pass than against the run. So I'll just tell you my strategy going into this game. And I know we're definitely going to call the offensive plays. Just for the sake of time, we might let the defense call its own plays. But if the game's going well, and if we can get a lead and maintain it, we're going to run the ball a lot. It looks like they're weaker against it on paper. Then the other thing I did as far as our passing game is concerned, um, you know, I thought we maybe learned something from the conference championship game, and Marshall does have a pretty good defense, but I don't think we got a ton of benefit from putting Randy Norman as our primary receiver. He already gets a fair amount of targets. He's dependable, but he's not making, game-breaking plays. So we're going to change this to Deloach. I think he's been quite good down the stretch here the last few weeks. And we're still going to kind of run with Elliott since Levy is out. The one thing I have changed is on inside running, we'll have Leach as the primary backup. Outside running, we'll have Pryor, just because he has the best speed out of the backup running backs here. And I'm really debating whether to check this backfield by committee or to really try to ride Elliott. I think I'm going to leave it unchecked. And if we get into the game, we're really struggling, we want to mix it up, we could just change a couple, edit a couple depth charts from there. But the one other thing, scouting wise, I did go ahead and look at Miami of Ohio's defense, and their offense, I see a lot of RPOs. So again, it's going to be a lot of short passing. Opposing offense, this is how you can look at what plays have worked well against this defense. And it would take a while to go through here, but what I did was just tried to look at a lot of running plays and see basically did the running to the left or running to the right go better against them. And it seems like running to the right is better against Miami from my kind of research here. Also, if we look at their stats and we look at their defense, these are their two main defensive ends. Jimmy Bell, number 71, and Solomon Nickel, number 93. Neither one of these players is too terribly impressive. I think because of the strength element, I think potentially we would want to run more to Jimmy Bell's side, especially if he's on the right side. If he's on the left side, well, my research says they're a little weaker running to the right than running to the left. We're just going to keep that in mind. See which side 71's lined up on. We might try to go after him. We have a lot of off-tackle running plays in our playbook that we've used a lot this year, and that might be where we find success there. And then one other thing I'm going to keep in mind going into this game, because our running offense struggled so much last week. We tried to run Elliott. It didn't really work out too well. I don't think I'm going to go to the read option because that hasn't been that good for us. If you look at these kind of read option plays, they haven't been that good. We got the one touchdown run on this one in the ULM game. Quarterback off tackle is kind of pistol. Quarterback off tackle has been maybe our most consistent quarterback run play. Also, the option out of wishbone has been okay. So I'm going to keep that in mind. We may need to use the quarterback run game a little bit more this game than in a normal game, just because we only have Elliott available out of our top backs. Just a handful of things from my scouting we're going to keep in mind here. This is really exciting. We get to play in a bowl game. This was kind of my goal for us this year, to make it to a bowl game. Of course, last year we were 5-7, but we won, 5-7, 4-8. Yeah, 4-8, but we won 4 out of our last 5 games. So it's been a fun season, and really fun things are ahead, guys, because I think if this recruiting class pans out okay, going into next season, I think we can really start, making some moves here. So let's take a look at our other Sunbelt brethren and their bowl games, starting with the New Orleans Bowl. Marshall taking on Missouri State. Looks like Marshall's favored in this one, and Marshall wins 30-13. Last year, again, for the Sun Belt, also last year we only had, we had 3 bowl eligible teams last year, but then we had a playoff team. This year we don't have a playoff team, but we have 6 bowl eligible teams. So I don't know. It's depending on which way you look at it. But Now, it looks like South Alabama falls to Eastern Michigan. So we got a couple Sunbelt MAC matchups here because we also have Toledo against ourselves against Miami of Ohio, who is a MAC team. So interesting. And then Coastal against Toledo is a Sunbelt MAC matchup. So a little bit of a Mid-American Conference Sunbelt rivalry. Now ULM is playing Michigan State in the Pinstripe Bowl. And, boy, this was a really good game. ULM falls 45-42. Bit of an offensive explosion there. Looks like Gordon Phelan, boy, he had quite a game. 428 yards and 3 touchdowns, but the ULM defense unable to hold down Michigan State. Next we have Arkansas State taking on Maryland in the Armed Forces Bowl, and they get waxed. So we go 0-2 against the Big Ten. Toledo and Coastal. Let's see. Toledo wins. So not a great showing from the Sun Belt so far. We're the last ones left. The other thing I want to take a look at, let's look at, can we find Tulane? So our in-state kind of rival game. So Tulane is in the Boca Raton Bowl against Kansas. Let's see how this one goes. Tulane loses. Wow. 36-31. So Tulane, they were already all the way up to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They were 9-0. They lose 2 out of their last 3 games. They didn't even play in the conference championship game. And then they lose the bowl game. So season ends on a little bit of a low note, but, I guess it is what it is there. Let's look at, LSU. LSU against Temple in the Gasparilla Bowl. LSU wins 51-41. So they finished 10-3, but I'd say they kind of similarly had, a really hot start to the year, and it looks like they go 2-3 in their last 5. So they kind of stumbled down the stretch. Not going to say we're too sad to see that, but so none of our in-state rivals make it to the playoffs, which is good. Maybe no one else will gain too much prestige. But with that being said, it is now time, folks, for us to play this 68 Ventures Bowl. Let's jump in here. Now I have a different scene, so let me switch to this because I think it will give you a little bit better viewing angle. So now you can see our stats and our play calling and the scoreboard and the bottom scoreboard, but you can't see the Miami of Ohio stats. I just wanted to get it zoomed in on the field a little bit more because sometimes I feel like it's a little too zoomed out, for nice viewing. So we'll try this. So we do win the toss. We are going to defer to the second half. Okay, I'm going to run it a little bit slower. We are going to not call defensive plays initially here. We're going to watch the defense. So let's kick this baby off. 68 Ventures Bowl, Louisiana versus the MAC champion Miami of Ohio Redhawks. I think at least the first half we're going to let the defense, my coaches, call the plays here. So it looks like we're going to blitz on first down from nickel wide. They kind of get through it, get to the outside. Could have been a nice play, but weren't able to get into the backfield there. So it's going to be 2nd and 3 for Miami of Ohio. They're going to try a little medium to long pass play. I don't think that was a good throw. It looks like he tried to get it to Kuntz, but it looks like he threw it more towards Herman Paul. Skinny post on 3rd down. Going to go to Kuntz again. This time he gets it. So 2 pass attempts this game for Miami of Ohio, both of them going to Lynn Kuntz. He's going to be getting a lot of work in this one. I was just going to make sure. Look at my jersey numbers. Yeah, Herman Paul's 35, so. Okay, so now a long run on first down. So Miami's first possession looking pretty good here. We're going to blitz. They're in Wishbone. We don't get home, but it's incomplete. Nice job there. Second and long. Let's see what Miami tries to do here. They're going to run skinny post again. We are in X bracket. So we have 2 on 85, although you saw our free safety ran through the wardrobe into Narnia here. But I think he was bracketing him correctly. I don't know. Anyway, so that was a good play call on third down. Kind of counter their passing game there. So 4th and 9, they punt it. That was a big stop for us. And we're going to trot out here on first down. We are going to start with off tackle right. Let's test this right side. Let's see which defensive end is on that side. So it is 93, the guy that on paper I think is a little bit better. But that's a good play for us on first down. We get 6 yards on first down. So 2nd and 4, we are going to, let's try a little quarterback run here. Pistol quarterback off tackle right. Let's run off the right side again with the quarterback. They're in a 5-2, but we still kind of get to the outside, pick up the first down. That's good work. That's good work there. So now on first and 10 again, we're going to move to a little power run here. We're going to run a counter right. So we're going to start to the left here, come back to the right. Looks like they're shaded more to the right-hand side, so we end up running back into everyone. So it's going to be 2nd and 9. I think we're going to go to the air here. 2 tight end pass. Try to pick up maybe 4 to 5 yards here. Make it 3rd and manageable. We're going to run tight end short outs. We've got time. We hit Norman. That's a nice play. 7 yards. 3rd and 2. Initially here we're still in kind of the feeling out process. We are going to base offense. We're going to run a little option right. Short side of the field. We're going to run the option, see how this works out here. They're in his own blitz. Oh, yeah. Now, nowhere to go. So they do a good job to bottle us up there. 4th and 2. It's very early in the game. I'm going to play this one a little conservative and punt it away. We're gonna let the game kind of come into its own here, develop on its own. Good job stopping the run up the middle. Sturgis grabs him. Nothing doing there. That's good to see. Now they're going to run the RPO. First RPO. They do run a lot of these. He keeps it. Sturgis had pressure there. And he tries to get it to Kuntz again. Falls incomplete. So far, so good on defense. Now, we're not doubling Kuntz. He gets rid of it quick instead, going the other way down to Slayton. And Parker does a good job to make the tackle short of the stick. So quick 3 and out for Miami of Ohio. We're going to get the ball back. We're going to test the left side, a little bit here and just see. We've had a little bit of success early running over the right side. That's a nice play on first down. So 2nd and 1. We're going to take a shot here on 2nd and 1. We are going to go 3 wide receiver pass. We're going to go long to go. Not 4 wide because I do want Norman in there. But we're going to do skinny post here. It's kind of more of a medium play than long. They're in 3-4. Should have time here. Tries to go to Deloach. It's incomplete. 3rd down and 1 is kind of where you need to go to your bread and butter, which is what we're going to do. Do we have a goal line? We have a goal line offense. But I don't want to run it. I'll run it out of wishbone. I'm okay with that. Let's run slam right. 3rd and 1. Carry goes to Elliott. Nice play. Blocked up really well. He hits the crease. Fantastic. So we get the first down. So now back in 1st and 10. We could stay in the wishbone here, actually. Oh, these are passes. Let's try. Do we have a QB run still in here? We don't. We took those out of the 1st and 10 playbook. So I guess we'll go back to I formation. Let's go with a little Let's go with a little duo block right. This is going to be a little more interior type run. Yeah, that doesn't work too well, does it? Should have had 2 blockers on this defensive end. If it runs the way I think it should, but that did not run. Or that did not work out. So we're going to go to, a 2 tight end jumbo pass. We're going to do a short in. It is second and long. Defensive pass interference for 15 yards. Play result was 16 yards. So we will not accept the penalty. We will take the completion here. Who are we going to pass to here? Looks like we give Enriquez plenty of time. Tons of time. He hits Norman downfield on the linebacker. So both of Norman's catches so far, he's been matched up against the linebacker, and he's doing really good work. So this is good. Let's keep moving things along here. So we're going to start again with the off tackle right to the wide side of the field. Not quite so successful there. I'm going to go right back to 2 tight end pass. Really like our 2 tight end pass game. Now this tight end drag play, it takes a little longer to develop. They're not blitzing. We have had some pressure issues with this. Norman catches it in spite of being double covered there. So it's 3rd and 2. I think we're in field goal range. We're going to try. I do not want to give up a sack. So even though I don't really mind the volatility of those 5 wide plays in some situations, I don't want to mess with it here. So we're going to go short outs. Oops, I had the wrong depth chart in, but there's a penalty. Is it on us? So we have illegal motion. So now it's 3rd and 7. That's going to change things just a bit here. So we're going to go shotgun. We could run this skinny post again. Let's run wide receiver out. I think we can get enough depth. They're in press. We got to get off the press coverage. Nice. Hits the slot receiver, John Justice. That's going to be a 1st and 10 inside the 20. Let's try a little quarterback off tackle run again here. This could be a nice spot for this. Let's see if we can get to the edge. Yeah, good play. This is 2 tight end pass situation all day again. And we're going to go to goal line offense, 2 tight end jumbo. And we're going to run a skinny post. I'd really like to hit Norman for a touchdown here. We try to go to Deloach. It's incomplete. So 0 for 2 targeting Deloach. Tight end Reed here. They're in dime press again. I'm looking to target the tight end here. Is that a throwaway, or did he try to go outside? So he tries to get to McLean. It's incomplete. We're going to kick a field goal here, take some points. After a nice drive, but we're not able to get into the end zone. Positive takeaways from so far this game. We're able to move the ball on the ground. I'm going to try to still pass when it's a nice situation for it, but it looks like we could just ground and pound them all day too. They're having a hard time stopping our running attack. So it's good to have that kind of in our pocket here. So they're going to try an RPO. We're in kind of a zone blitz. That was a nice play by them. He gets it out. Parker makes the tackle, but Slayton gets a few yards after the catch. Now they're going to try a toss crack block. Ooh. I thought Brooks had him. Ooh, we force a fumble. Did we recover it? Fumble. Ball's on the ground. Paul Brooks recovers it. Fumble Rooski. Recovered by the defense. First down, Ragin Cajuns. And we are already in plus territory here. You know what? This is where, if you were watching a game on TV, what do the announcers always say when there's a turnover? They say, look for them to take a shot right away. So you know what? We're going to just fall victim to the emotions of the moment. And we're going to try to throw deep here. We'll take a face mask. And the completion. So we get it out to McLean. It's complete for a gain of 13 yards, but we also get a face mask on Miami of Ohio. This is going to put us all the way in the red zone already. So we're on the 20. All right. I just laugh sometimes. I love watching football. Sometimes the announcers, though, it's like If every team acted like you guys want, every time there was a turnover, the team would try to throw a deep pass on the next play. Ooh, yeah, that one had no chance. So we're not able to get anything with the off tackle left. I may run it again here. Can we get a... We could try the read option. I don't think it's going to be very good. Let's try it. Let's try one. We'll run one read option here. Read option right. I want whoever's on the outside to keep this. Ooh, he pitches it back inside. Short gain, 3rd and 7. Yeah, I like this. This is going to be tight end outs. I think this is a good play call. Against 3-3-5. Try to get it to Norman. Oh, he's right at the sticks. We're going to go for this. I'm going to go back to a play that we ran a little bit ago that worked really, really well. We're going to go to the wishbone. We're going to go slam right. It's into dime. Love that for us. Yeah, easy pickup. They're in dime against wishbone for some reason. We may keep this on the ground. I might actually try to throw this on first down. No, I won't. All right. So we're going to run it on first down here. Let's test that right side with off tackle right. They have it. They have it covered up well. 4-3 wide. Let's try... We could try this toss play. This is not one of my favorite plays, but we'll give it a shot here. So we're going to try to toss it left. We don't really get the crack block set. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 5. This is going to be another 2 tight end pass here all day long. Base offense, 2 tight end. We're going to run the tight end read. And let's see how we do here. Looks like they're blitzing. Got to get rid of the ball. Get rid of it. Felder. Yes! Touchdown. Touchdown Cajuns. Hugo Felder with his 2nd touchdown. Really performing well since we pulled the red shirt off him before the ULM game. It's a good decision. A red shirt is worth a touchdown in our rivalry week game and then a touchdown in the bowl game. So great job by us. Great job by Hugo Felder. It's all one-way traffic so far here. Miami of Ohio really struggling to get anything going. They have just one completion so far to their lead receiver, Kuntz. So our defensive plan against him is working. This is looking okay. They're going to run the RPO. They keep it on the ground. Nice play by Galarza. Gets him at the line for no gain. Great. 3rd and short. They can run about anything here. We're giving some space. We got to close the gap. We didn't close the space in time. So they get a completion to the running back. A couple times they've swung it out to him. It's going to be first down for Miami of Ohio. Their first down since, I think, early in the first quarter, really. We're blitzing. We don't get to him, but it looks like, Harry Hughes breaks it up. Nice play by Hughes. Swatches, I don't know. That must be a blitz too. So we blitz. Sturgis gets home. Yes. All right. Sturgis gets home. We bring the blitz. It takes the double team attention off Kevin. He breaks through, gets the blitz. Now, nickel off cover 1. Probably the correct play call. They do get a nice completion out there, but we make the tackle short of the sticks. And I think Miami's going to have to punt this one away again. Yes, they do. So we'll see how this punt turns out. And so far, this is going pretty well. We're just going to keep, I think for now, we're going to keep kind of running it on early downs. We've been in 3rd and manageable a lot so far, which is great. So we'll try the counter. Ooh, there's a fumble. This could be a problem. Oh, Miami of Ohio gets it. So Elliott puts the ball on the carpet. That's a real bummer. Miami of Ohio in scoring position here. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 3. What are they going to do? They're going to run the RPO again. He keeps it. Oh, he gets it out quick. Jeffrey Stam catches it. It's a touchdown. Probably not going to run counter left again. I think we're going to try to stick to the edges. We've had more success running to the outside. So let's just... And I formation I'm good with, but we're going to run off tackle right. We're going to keep running to the outside here. They are in wide. So yeah, this is unlikely to go for a lot. 2nd and 9. Need to get something going here. Time for an option. I don't know about that. We're going to try, I think, a pass. We're going to go 2 tight end pass. We'll do tight end short outs. They're blitzing. Got to get the ball out quick, Greg. He does. To Norman, Randy Norman, and of course he catches it. Great job, Randy. 3rd and 2. Let's run it to the outside here. Let's go. This is a quarterback. This is a quarterback run option here, I think. We could go left. We could go to the short side. Or no, the right. Right is going to be the short side of the field. All right. So quarterback off tackle left. They are in dime press. They have bodies at the line. He needs to get to the edge. Okay. Cuts up field, gets the first down. That was never going to be a large gain, but we'll take it. And we could try it again. Hate to run the same play. They're in wide. This is probably not going to be great. Not bad. He cuts it upfield. For some reason, the quarterback off tackle seems like it works a little bit better than like the quarterback sweeps. As you can see, he kind of is more willing to put his foot in the ground and cut upfield than when you run the quarterback sweep, quarterback speed. He kind of just keeps running out until he runs right into the defensive end. So that seems to be pretty good. So that's another 1st and 10. I agree with my offensive coordinator's suggestion. Yep, that's good. Nice pickup on 1st down. 2nd and medium. We're going to take a little bit of a shot here. Get out of there. Why is that highlighted? Okay. Medium play. So maybe we can get Deloach here. They're going to double the inside. I think outside is the way we want to go. Yep. Look at that. Beautiful. Over the top to Deloach. Big gain. Yes. Great. Great job, boys. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. We're going to return to our run game here. Using up a lot of clock. Test the left side. That's the first carry for Pryor. Gets 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5. Oh, this is great. We're running down a lot of the clock here in the first half. This is into 5-2. Oh, he gets past the initial wave, takes it to the house. Great job. They have, the 5-man front, but we get outside. Good blocking there on the right side. And touchdown. Touchdown Cajuns. James Pryor takes it in. We'll kick the extra point. We will happily go up, what is it now, 17-7? Oh, yeah. Hopefully we're paying a lot of attention to 85. It's going to be at the top of the screen. They don't go to him there. They go to the other side to Slayton. Gets his maybe third catch. Yeah. He has 3 catches for 24 yards. Their leading receiver is Sherry, who I think is the running back. We get some good pressure there. He tries to go to Kuntz, but it's incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Let's see what they're going to run the RPO. Are they going to hand it off? Nope. He keeps it. Quick pressure on him. Peter Younger gets right in there, but it is complete. I suspect this can be a penalty on us. Yep. Peter Younger. He got pressure, but he's at the quarterback late. He face masks him. That's bad. So they're in plus territory now. What's our time? We got 2 minutes and 3 seconds. They do have plenty of time. It's incomplete on 1st down. 2nd down, they're going to run skinny posts. Again, they don't even try to go to Kuntz. Dumps it off to the tight end underneath. It's going to be 3rd and 5. They're probably on the edge of field goal range here. This would be a great place to get a stop. They run the RPO on third down again. Pass it out quick. Up top to Kuntz. He's tackled short of the first down. What is Miami gonna do here? They're gonna attempt a 49-yard field goal, and it is good. It's good. So Miami of Ohio drives down the field, aided by pretty good completion and a face mask on us. Now we do get the ball first after half, so I'm not gonna go too crazy here. We're going to run it initially here. We'll run off tackle. They're in 3-3-5 wide, so this is probably not going to go for much. Clock is running. With that first down result, I'm not too in a hurry to do anything too crazy here, so maybe we'll try a toss, see if we get the crack block a little bit better. I don't think we're going to. They're in 3-3 wide. Yeah, short gain again. Miami going to use a timeout? Nope, they don't. So we're going to just run it again. We're going to take this into halftime, or as close as we can anyway. Well, we could try a fullback dive. Yep, couple yards. Clock's running. Surely they use a timeout now. They still don't. They don't use a timeout. So we're going to punt it. And I don't think there's going to be too much left. Yep, so that was the end of the first half. So we weren't able to get anything going our last drive, but we did manage to run the clock out. So that's good. That's very good. So 17-10 at halftime. If we look at some stats here, 9 first downs for us. Miami of Ohio only has 4. They have 119 total yards. We have 200. 25 rushes for 85 yards. They have 5 rushes for 17 yards. 13 completions for 102 yards for Miami of Ohio, and 9 completions for 115 yards for us. So we've been pretty run heavy with some mixed success. I think mostly the outside run has been pretty good. We're still going to try to go to it some more here in the second half. 4 or 5 yards on first down is pretty good. For now, I think we're in pretty good position to kind of keep running a lot of these same plays that have been working. Keep us in third and manageable. They're kind of guarding the middle. Might be a little tougher to get it to Norman. He tries still to go to him. Looks like it's dropped. So 3rd and 6 here. We're going to pass. And we're going to go to shotgun. We're going to go to wide receiver out. See if maybe we can get to Loach here. Goes to the slot instead. Decent decision. Looks like it's incomplete. So we're going to have to punt. First possession of the second half, we don't get anything done. It's a good punt. It's a really good punt. Flip the field. Really well done. 54-yard punt with no return. Nice punt by Fernandez. And yeah, we'll see here. Early in the second half, that pistol run. Oh my goodness, that guy. I mean, he ran forever behind the line of scrimmage. That's not a great play. Zone blitz, see if we can get some pressure. He gets it out. We do get him short of the sticks. So far our defensive plan's been pretty effective. We're limiting their big play receiver. Looks like they've handed this one off. I don't know if we're going to get him short of the sticks. No. Has enough room there to get the first down. Brooks with the tackle. We could speed things up a little bit, I suppose, but are they going to try to go to the fullback? Nope, they're going to go up top to Kuntz, and he gets it. They catch us in single coverage there. We were blitzing. Ronald Parker on the tackle, so I think there must be a formation where Parker is up top as opposed to Herman Paul. I don't know. One of my defensive depth charts, I must have flipped the corners around, but I mean, they're getting Kuntz going a little bit here. Don't love to see that. Miami of Ohio with a couple first downs on this drive. Their first of the second half. That looked a little off target. And that one gets broken up by Lewis Johnson. That's good. Second and 10. They're going to throw again. Ooh. Yeah, I'd say Carrico got burned on that one. The fullback got some wheels. He gets out there pretty quickly. We're going to blitz. They're going to pitch the ball right. Yeah, we don't cover that one up. 5-yard gain on first down. Call it 6. Second and 4. It's going to be another RPO. See if he keeps getting it out quick. He does, but it's dropped, incomplete, something. Incomplete. Maybe off target. I guess we had pressure, technically. We had quick pressure. They're going to pitch it left. Come on, Peter. No, Peter doesn't get him. Nobody gets him. Oh, man. We should have had that one in the backfield. Miami driving, looking to tie this game up. Another catch by the tight end, McKenna. McKenna's 4th catch, not for much yardage. Kuntz is now the leading receiver with 4 catches for 32 yards. That's a nice play there. Galarza takes him down on the RPO. So 3rd and 3. This is a big play. They're going to run the RPO again. They pass it out quick. Man, gets it up top to Kuntz. It's going to be first and 10, first and goal. 1st and 10 from the 11. We really need to stiffen here. There's a penalty. Oh, I hope that's on them. Is it encroachment? Yeah, it's on us, man. Neutral zone infraction. So 1st and 5 from the 6. They're going to run it up the middle. And, wow, they just run right through us. Touchdown, Miami of Ohio, and it's a tie ball game. So a little more urgency going to have to be added to our next possession here. Yeah, we need to have a good drive here. So we'll run it to the left. Oh boy. Penalty's starting to become a bit of an issue. Does that put us behind the sticks or is that on them? Okay, that's on them. That's actually great. So we're going to do an about face here. We are going to take a little bit of a shot. Medium shot, I should say. He has time. Tries to go to Deloach again. Doesn't get it. But now it's only 2nd and 5. So that's totally fine. That's totally fine. We want to run it a little bit. All right. We'll try to run it. We will take a penalty for sure. So the counter doesn't work at all, as has been the case today, to be fair. But we get a personal foul. That's going to move us up to the, 45 or so? Try a little quarterback run on 1st and 10. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Edwards doing a good job. So rushing, let's see. We have Elliott with 16 carries for 46 yards. Not a great average. Edwards, 6 carries for 30 yards. So Edwards getting the job done. Let's try a pass. We haven't used any of these yet. We're going to try a quick pass here on 2nd and 3. Get it out quick. That's to Elliott, and it is caught. I hope that's not holding. Ugh, unnecessary roughness on Justice. That's kind of rough. 1 to 2 wide receiver pass. We're going to go. Yeah, we'll try this. See if we can hit Deloach here. They're blitzing. We need to get rid of the ball. He doesn't get rid of it. And we're sacked. So it's going to be 4th and forever. So we're definitely going to punt this one away. Let's see if we can pin them deep. Tides are turning a bit here early in the second half. Miami of Ohio, it's a terrible punt as well. Oh, boy. Starting to sweat a little bit. See what the defense can do here. 4-yard run on first down. Second and, call it 5. Second and 5 on the 40. Another RPO. I throw it right to the open slot receiver. We had pressure, but he's doing a pretty good job of getting the ball out quick enough that our pressure's not getting home. And apparently guys are very open, so that's a bit of an issue. Galarza doing a nice job on the left side of the defense there, defending the run in these RPO situations. Can we get a sack here? Oh, yeah. Big sack. Big sack. Galarza had him, gets away. Younger cleans it up, and he fumbles. It's 3rd and long. We got to get off the field here. They're running the RPO. Got to get him on the ground, and we do. Good. Great job by the defense. We're going to get the ball back. They may be able to pin us deep here. Let's see what kind of punt Miami gets off. Decent punt. So 1st and 10 from the 17. I will say the stats are well evened up. Now Miami of Ohio actually with 11 first downs in the game to our 10 and 217 total yards to our 214. So we can't muck about, basically. We need to make something happen this possession. This is not a great play call. But we get it blocked up. Never mind, it's a great play call. It's a great play call. So we run off tackle into the 5-2 wide, get just enough blocks up front there to really spring him. That was a nice play. And that's great, yeah. We could try to run the... That's not looking good. They're in 3-5 wide. Don't know if we're going to get to the edge here. Ooh, he does. Okay, maybe we're starting to wear down this defense a little bit because they've been lined up, I'd say, in pretty good position to stop the last couple plays, but they haven't been able to do it. So we're going to continue to try to lean on them here just a little bit. I'm liking this drive, obviously. Now, that play is kind of the opposite. I looked like we had some space, but Kingsley comes up, makes a nice stop almost immediately. We're going to try. I don't love the curl flats idea. We will try this running back screen play one time. Let's see if we can either get it to Elliott or possibly go over the top to DeLoach. He's got plenty of protection. Oh, Greg had all day. He had all day, and he gets sacked, so it's 3rd and long. That's a real bummer. So good vibes gone for this drive. We're going to have to pass. They know we're going to have to pass. They're in dime prevent. Might be tough to find an open receiver. Tries to go to McLean. It's incomplete. Man, we're going to have to punt again. That's tough. So promising drive. Sputters. Ooh, come on, defense. This is becoming a bit of a struggle, this game. Wow, that was... those bubbles really fought for a while before we get them on the ground. 8-yard pass on first down. Now they're going to go to the air again here. I think that was broken up. Nope, just incomplete. Okay, 3rd and 2. Will they go back to the RPO? No, they're going to go to the jet sweep. We have a zone blitz, but we don't get him. So Greer gets him down after a gain of 3, but it's a first down. They're going to go to the curl flats. They pass it to Slayton. Slayton with his 5th catch on the day. Tackled by Parker. That's a 7-yard gain on first down. Really opens up the playbook for them here on second down. They go to Kuntz again. He gets it. And probably a penalty on us, looks like. Yep. Defensive pass interference. Ooh. Another penalty on us, I think. Oh, no, it's a false start. Good. 1st and 15. They're going to run it. Sturgis does not stuff him at the line, and it's a big run. In fact, it might be a house call. Oh, dear. Wow. Touchdown, Redhawks. So late in the third, no, early in the fourth. Wow. Miami takes the lead, 24-17. And we're going to have some urgency on this drive. It's not, not last chance saloon yet, but we cannot allow this drive to stall out. We've got to do some good work here on this drive. So they're blitzing. We get around it. It's a nice play. 1st and 10. I got to find a way to get Deloach on this drive somehow here. We just got to find a way to do it. They're blitzing again. We're going to run right into it. Yeah. Jimmy Bell seals the edge. 2 tight end jumbo. Short pass here to try to set ourselves up for 3rd and short. Uh-oh. False start. False start. 2nd and 14. That changes things. So we've got to be a little aggressive here. Let's try this one. Tight end quick out. They're blitzing. This is a sack waiting to happen. Nope. Get it to Norman. Good. 3rd and 6. We can manage this. Wide receiver out. Yep. This is the play. This is the play call. It's dime all man. Someone's got to win on the outside. McLean. We try to go to McLean. It's incomplete. Not early or not late enough yet, I don't think, for us to go for it here. So not late enough. So we're going to punt it away. It's a good punt. We need the defense to come through here. I think we're going to take control. It's crunch time. So we're going to take control of we're going to take the reins here a little bit. 1st down's broken up by Carrico. 2nd down, let's see, they called another one. That's okay. 2nd down is stuffed as well. That's good. So it's going to be 3rd and long. They're in pro set, but I'm thinking they're going to pass it. So we are going to, we're going to go nickel, passing downs D. What's the play? Can I X? Yeah, we're going to bracket Kuntz here. And it is a pass. Do we get home? We don't get home, but it is incomplete. So we're going to get the ball back here. Good job. Longo breaks it up. It's a pretty good punt. It's returnable. We're returning it. It's a great return. Who returned that? Justice. Justice with a massive play. It's 1st and 10 at the Redhawks 17-yard line. Terrific start to the drive here. So we're going to try off tackle here. There's not a ton of room. Now, we could take a field goal here. Of course, I would much rather get a touchdown. I think we're going to try to run it again. Oh, I have the wrong depth chart in. That's a problem. Oh, and we fumbled it. Did we get it back? Tell me we at least got it back. Elliott puts the ball on the carpet for the 2nd time this game. Oh, and that is brutal. That is brutal. So Elliott, 2nd lost fumble of the game. Now we get early pressure here. Huge play by Greer. Massive sack all the way back to the 4-yard line. And I'm thinking safety here. So we are going to go nickel. This might be a little much, but we're going to do it. So nickel wide, dogs fire. We're going to I think this should be a linebacker blitz. Yep, get quick pressure. All kinds of guys in the backfield. He has to get it out quick, and it's incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, we're going to chill out here just a little bit. Let's watch Kuntz. We're going to bracket him. See if we can get some pressure with our front four. They run the jet sweep. This time Peter Younger gets him down. Great play by Peter. Now with six minutes and change left, we're going to get the ball back. It's a bad punt. It's a good return. This is just about 4 down territory now. So we're going to approach this drive like we need to score on this drive. And unfortunately, I think I don't think Elliott's going to be given the opportunity to put the ball on the ground for the 3rd time this game. So we're going to run it with Edwards or we're going to pass it, is I think the plan here. 1st and 10 on the 12. We're looking for a touchdown for Randy Norman here all day. Tight end post. This is about the depth you'd want to see it. Now we go up top instead to McLean, and it's incomplete. We're going to stay in 2 tight end. Short outs. Okay. It's a blitz. Get the ball out, Greg. He does. Hugo's open. Doesn't catch it. 3rd and 10. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It's 2 down territory all day, for sure. So let's go wide receiver out. There's a penalty. Oh, boy. We're not doing ourselves any favors here, are we? Illegal formation. 3rd and 15 on the 17. Well, now, yeah, we've got to skinny posts. Deloach. Yes! Touchdown! Just when we needed him. Now, I wanted to get Deloach involved more this game. It hasn't really worked out great, but that's a touchdown. And we will kick the extra point here to tie the game with 5.5 minutes left. Great job, fellas. Let's kick it off. Ooh, we needed that in the worst way. Ooh, in the worst way. Okay. Early down, mixed. 3-3-5 base, I'd say. Yeah, we're just going to run a little cover 2. Let's see what they're up to here. So it's going to be an RB post. It is complete for about 5. Call it 6. Let's run. I don't want to forget about Kuntz here. He's the game wrecker. So we need to keep eyes on him at all times if possible. We've got bodies there. We break it up. Do we break it up? Yep, Carrico. Great play. Now I think we get to move into passing downs defense here. Nickel blanket. It's a draw. We've been very susceptible this game to runs up the middle, and it's no different there. So they catch us there. It's going to be 1st and 10. They're in shotgun 4 wide. We're going to stay right here in nickel off. Do I have a yeah, we got to keep eyes on 85. It's a wide receiver slant. We've got him bracketed at the top of the screen. Good job by the defense there. Not broken up, but it is incomplete. So it's 2nd and long. This might be an opportunity to bring a little bit of a blitz here. Let's go from 3-3-5 wide. And we're going to bring the wide blitz here. Try to get some edge pressure. It is an RPO. They keep it. You know, this guy, I got to say, he has a quick trigger because we had pressure, but it didn't matter. Now, what we have 5-2. Okay, so we're going to go in 5-2 here. Goal line defense. I suppose just cover 2. Got bodies at the line. They are going to throw it. We get pressure. And it's a fumble, and it's a strip sack. Turnover. Did we get it? Yes, Homer Davis with a crucial sack. That play, ladies and gentlemen, may go down in Ragin Cajuns history. This is a great turn of events now. We've got the ball. We are not in field goal range yet. And I just forgot and gave it to Elliott. That was a mistake. So 2nd and 6 on the 31-yard line. I see no reason to put this ball in the air. We are going to lean on a little quarterback run here and see if we're going to run to the short side. Quarterback off tackle left, out of the pistol. It's into a wide formation. He's cut up field, Greg. Oh, Greg fumbled it. Good grief. Or Richard. Richard Edwards fumbles it. Fortunately, it's recovered by Deloach. You know what? Winning players make winning plays, baby. That's what it's all about. We keep possession. I'm tempted to kick the field goal right now, but we won't. Let's run to the wide side this time. Quarterback's going to run it again. Nice blocking. Cuts it upfield. 2nd and 1. They may need to think about using some timeouts here pretty quick. Now we got to be very careful here. We're not going to run an option. We'll run a QB slam left. Let's try that. And Edwards, it's blocked up. He gets the edge. He's too fast. They're not going to catch him. It's going to be a touchdown, Cajuns. Richard Edwards. QB slam left into 4-3 base, cover 1, man. He hits the edge quick. He finds a crease. He cuts it upfield, and that's going to be the go-ahead touchdown with 1:34 left. Cajuns lead in what has really ended up being a pretty great game here. 31-24. Minute and a half left. Decent return on the kick by Miami of Ohio, but you can taste it. The victory is so close. They need to throw. I don't want to be too unimaginative, but they have one big threat, and that's who we need to pay attention to here. So we are going to bracket X. And looks like they're going to go to the other side. So fair play by them. They get a completion there. I guess we can't run the same play every single time. But we're going to run. Do we have a cover 2? I'd like a cover 2. No, it's not there. What about nickel wide? Cover 2. Yeah. So we'll run a cover 2. See if Peter Younger could get home to kind of help seal the game for us here. It's complete again. 2nd and inches. They use a timeout. How many timeouts do they have left? Does it say? They have 1 timeout left. It's 2nd and inches. We can maybe get away with 1 just to give early downs, balance mix zone, 3-3-5 soft. We're going to bracket the X again. Just to get a couple bodies in there. We want to keep guys fresh here down the stretch. I'm hoping Peter Younger, maybe Homer Davis could make a big play again to kind of end this ball game. Miami of Ohio uses their last timeout. So any completions from here on out, they are going to need to spike it potentially, or they're going to be in hurry up, but they're going to have to use some spikes here. Oh, they spike it there. Why did they spike it after they used a timeout? That is a bit of an issue. I don't know. I don't think we should run zone blitz here. We're just going to keep bracketing the X receiver. I think he's the only threat here. So let's see. Can we get some pressure home? Tackled short. That's terrific. So it's 4th and 8 already. Feel a little bad for them, to be honest. But now, do we want to blitz to bring this game home? I think I'm going to blitz. We're going to be a little aggressive. From nickel. We're just going to blitz the mic. Nothing crazy. Let's just bring an extra body here. Wow, they run the RPO on 4th and 8. It almost works, but it doesn't. Longo makes the game-saving stop. And it looks like that's the game, folks. So a big fourth quarter out of ULM, or not ULM. I'm kidding. Out of the Ragin Cajuns, a big fourth quarter, some guys making some clutch plays. Great job, everyone. It's not simmed. The game's over. They already told me. Louisiana, the Ragin Cajuns are the 2025 68 Ventures Bowl champions and end the season 8-6. If you can't tell, I'm smiling pretty big right now. I'm happy about that. That was quite a game. Now, did everything go exactly as planned? No. Did everything work as well as I thought? No. But, we got it done, which is the important part. Now, Miami of Ohio was far better on third downs. As you can see, they were 50% on third downs. When we took over defensive play calling late in the game, I feel like we did just fine. But turnover battle is tied 2-2. Penalties, not a crippling factor for either team, but a handful for each. Offensive player of the game, the running back for Miami of Ohio with 67 yards and 2 touchdowns on just 9 carries. Defensive player of the game also from Miami of Ohio, Richard Kingsley with 12 tackles, 1 sack, 1 fumble recovered. But you can have your players of the game because we got the victory. And we win our first bowl game of our playthrough here. Enriquez, not extremely accurate on this day. I feel like their corners, especially against their outside wide receivers, played pretty well, but finishes 12 of 22 for 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, crucially 0 interceptions, only 2 sacks on the day. Elliott, 89 carries on 22, or 89 yards on 22 attempts, 4.0 average, a workmanlike day, although when you count that he had a couple long runs, there were a lot of short ones in there as well. Richard Edwards was very important for us this game, 12 carries for 75 yards and a touchdown. I think unless, the quarterback we took that we think is somewhat athletic turns out to be really, really good, I think we have Edwards right where he needs to be. He's a good running quarterback for us. Pryor with a couple carries, including that 11-yard touchdown run. Receiving, Randy Norman, doing what he does, catches 6 of 7 targets for 49 yards. Excellent work. Deloach, we did struggle. We struggled to get the ball outside. We only have 3 catches on 10 targets to our 2 outside receivers, but Deloach catches, 2 big ones. A 44-yarder and what's left then? 17-yarder and a touchdown, which is great. Felder catches a touchdown. Great job, everybody. Elliott puts the ball on the carpet a couple times. His hands are only 54, so I suppose that is a bit of an issue. We lost both of them, which is a little unlucky, but that's how it goes. Ronald Parker, our junior corner, leading tackler on the day with 10 tackles. He was targeted heavily. For the most part, he made the plays, so we're appreciative of that. I thought Eric Carrico had a nice game. Nice game to close his freshman season out with a TFL, forced fumble, 2 passes defensed. Really nice stuff there. Peter Younger with a sack, 2 hurries, and a forced fumble. Greer with a sack and a hurry. Sturgis with 1 sack, 2 hurries, 2 knockdowns. And then, of course, Homer Davis. 1 tackle, but it was a big one. It's a sack, it's a forced fumble, and he recovered it. Great job, guys. Great job. Both of our sacks, we were sacked 2 or 3 times. We were sacked twice. They both do go in the books as a sack allowed. So 1 on McNeil and 1 on Felder, our tight end. So that is what it is. But overall, we get the win. If we look at the play analysis just a little bit, you can see our offense. Can kind of grade myself as a play caller. Maybe not super high grades. We go to this off tackle right a lot. I thought that would be consistent. It was not consistent. We had a couple good runs. We got stuffed a few times too. So We go to that one probably just a little bit too much. But the quarterback off tackle right works out pretty well. Off tackle left was actually much better than to the right. Pretty high standard deviations. I think there's a couple long runs and a couple short ones too. But Kuntz finishes with only 6 catches on 11 targets for 49 yards and 0 touchdowns. I would say that is well worth the extra attention we paid to him. So we get the win. We finish the season 8-6. So Ohio State, Fresno State in the LA Bowl. Number 13, Ohio State with a big win. We already looked at Tulane and Kansas. Kansas winning that one. Number 23, North Carolina with a win in the Cure Bowl against UCF. Number 15, UCF. A bit of an upset there. LSU wins the Gasparilla Bowl. Alabama and TCU. Alabama rolls. 41-7 victory in the Alamo Bowl. Pop-Tarts Bowl, Iowa State and Miami, Florida. Funny enough, this was the Pop-Tarts Bowl matchup last year. And as was the case last year. In real life, guys. I mean, not in the game. In real life, Iowa State played Miami, Florida last year in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Cam Ward's last game. Iowa State won that one, and Iowa State wins this one over 19 Miami, 21-10. How are we doing on time here? We're over an hour, so this is going to be a longer video. So we might have to look at the playoffs at the beginning of our off-season. We'll power through these and look at the playoff results here. Thanks for sticking with us. Number 21, Duke wins the Holiday Bowl over Oregon State. Number 24, Oklahoma State crushes Tulsa in the Hawaii Bowl 55-10. And number 25, Auburn with a 31-3 victory over Cincinnati in the Texas Bowl. So we are now into the playoffs. The first round games, we have Notre Dame, Utah. Notre Dame wins 41-40. Michigan, Tennessee. This is a pretty crucial game here. Michigan was number 1 in the country before losing the Big Ten championship game, and they make sure that they'll at least be on to the second round of the playoffs. So Tennessee did get into the playoffs. They were the last ones in here if we look at the top 12. So Tennessee fell by losing the SEC championship game from, I think, 8-12, but they do get in ahead of Ohio State. So they didn't quite fall far enough to miss the playoffs altogether. East Carolina against Iowa. East Carolina opens up a can on the Hawkeyes. Tied at halftime, big second half by East Carolina. So they are going to advance the second round. And the last first round playoff game is going to be Penn State winning 51-3 against Nebraska. So we're down to our quarterfinal matchups here. Notre Dame and Oklahoma. Oklahoma had a bye in the first round, and number 1 Oklahoma wins 34-29 against Notre Dame. Michigan, number 5 Michigan. This is setting up a lot like USC's run last year in the playoffs. Michigan wins pretty big second round game over Baylor, 41-17. Now USC, who had a bye, they barely escape East Carolina. So USC's hopes to repeat as national champions are still alive. And then Penn State looks like they fell 48-45 in overtime to Florida State. So Florida State advances. So do we have a rematch of the Big Ten championship game in the finals? We might, because Michigan beats Oklahoma 29-24. This is very interesting, but alas for USC, it looks like their hopes at repeating as national champions fall short. They lose in the semis 35-52 to Florida State. So a national championship for season 1, year 2, but season 1, official season 1 of our playthrough here is going to be Michigan against Florida State. And the national champions are the Michigan Wolverines. So the Big Ten goes 2 for 2 thus far in national championships. Take a look at this game. Looks like the offensive player of the game is the Michigan quarterback, redshirt sophomore Gene Allison, 28-42 for 384 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Defensive player of the game, Florida State strong safety with 8 tackles and an interception. So Michigan wins the national championship 34-20. And with that, Season 1 is officially in the books. So let's take a look at our kind of season-ending information here. Obviously, we won our bowl game. We weren't recruiting anyone. Who do we get? All-conference, All-American. As I predicted, Kevin Sturgis, our defensive tackle, is selected to the Sun Belt All-Conference team. Kevin has a great season. What a massive get this was for us in the portal last year. This is the guy that makes the 3-3-5 go. Really, you need a big, strong nose tackle. Kevin with a great season, 38 tackles, 6 TFLs. Crucially with his pass rush. 15 hurries, 23 knockdowns, and 7 sacks. Some great work out of Kevin. And then our fifth-year senior punter, Don Fernandez, with a really great season as well. So congratulations to those players. Fernandez, who was elected captain, if you remember it from the beginning of the season. So, guys, this brings us to a bittersweet moment. Mostly sweet, because it's the end of one season, and that means it will be the beginning of the next. So, overall, really good job by us this season. In next episode, we will review kind of our final season stats and give some thoughts on the season as a whole, what went right, what went a little bit wrong, what do we need to improve before next season. And then we'll roll through the off season, get to the season flip. We'll get as far as we can. I don't think we're going to have a ton of coaching turnover this year, but we'll see about that. So for now, we're going to have to sign off for this season. I guess we have the season flip episode, but hopefully that was fun for you guys. That was fun for me to play. Looking forward to wrapping the season up officially and getting on to season 2. But until then, thanks everyone so much for watching. We'll see you right back here next week on Tony Sports Games for the next video.